In the heart of the 15th century, a 21-year-old sultan stood before the greatest city of the Christian world, and within just 53 days, he would do the impossible. Born in 1432, Mehmed was not raised like other children. He was groomed to rule, educated in philosophy, science, war, and languages. He read Aristotle, studied Alexander the Great, and dreamed not of survival, but conquest. But his youth was no fairy tale. He witnessed betrayal, civil war, and the death of his brothers. These experiences carved into him a single obsession: Constantinople. In 1451, at just 19 years old, he became sultan once more, and this time, nothing would stop him. He built the mighty fortress Rumeli Hisar to choke the Bosphorus. He summoned engineers from across the Islamic world to create the largest cannon mankind had ever seen. And then, he surrounded the great city of Constantinople. In 1451, at just 19 years old, he became sultan once more, and this time, nothing would stop him. He built the mighty fortress Rumeli Hisar to choke the Bosphorus. He summoned engineers from across the Islamic world to create the largest cannon mankind had ever seen. And then, he surrounded the great city of Constantinople. The Byzantine Empire, once glorious, was now a shadow of its former self. Yet its capital stood strong, with triple walls, thousands of defenders, and faith in divine protection. But Mehmed was relentless. He dragged his navy over land, shocked the world, and crushed resistance day after day. On May 29, 1453, at dawn, he launched his final assault. The city fell. As his soldiers stormed through Constantinople, Mehmed entered the Hagia Sophia, not to destroy, but to preserve. He declared safety for the people, forbade destruction, and transformed the church into a mosque. He was no barbarian. He was a visionary. With Constantinople, Mehmed didn't just gain a city, he built an empire. He welcomed Christians, Jews, and Muslims. He turned the city into a center of art, law, and science. He invited Italian artists, Persian poets, and Greek philosophers to his court. This was not destruction, it was rebirth. Until his final breath in 1481, Mehmed dreamed bigger. He launched campaigns into the Balkans, the Black Sea, and even Italy. But fate stopped him short. He died mysteriously while preparing to conquer Rome. Some say he was poisoned. Others say the weight of empire took its toll. 600 years later, Istanbul still echoes with his name. The walls he tore down, the world he reshaped, it all began with one dream. Mehmed the Conqueror, a boy king, a world changer, the man who didn't just conquer a city, but ended a chapter of history and began a new one. A gift perfectly destined for Turkish history, a man carved for greatness. There's so much more to discover about Mehmed the Conqueror. Stay tuned for part 2.